Hey, hey, don't miss the play. Flurry Sports will save your day. Cracking jokes with sports insight. Zach and Jake, they get it right. Fuck yeah.
Hello, welcome back to the Flurry Sports Podcast, the end of week 3. And I was a little bit worried that we would get to Monday Night Football and it would have been a dud week because Monday Night Football game seems so good with the Ravens and Lions, by far the biggest projected point total. So a lot of points. It's going to be a good game tonight, I think. And then the rest of the game seemed like they would be so boring. And Jake, I was so wrong. So much happened in week 3. I don't know if anything important happened in week 3, but there's a lot to dissect, a lot to go through. And everyone's saying this is the show to do it. There's only one group that can do this, and that's the Flurry Sports Podcast. So you know what? Self-nominated, hand up, we got you. So welcome to the show. Jake, how are you feeling after 15 of the week 13 or week 3 games, not 13?
I'm feeling good. I'm coming fresh off of my niece's first birthday party, and I will say the only downside is the Badger game was on. So
I have an issue because I have an issue with Twitter, and this might be the first issue anyone's ever had with Twitter. The Badger game happened, which is bad.
Yeah.
And then everybody was talking about it, and everyone had to tell me about it. Like, I opened the app, and for the entire day, including into the next day a little bit, you can.
Are you mad that I started with it? It's still here?
Maybe, but you scroll. Everyone is talking about the Badgers. I get it. Okay? We're not what we used to be. I understand. Everyone has an opinion. And that stunk. Maryland? I didn't even know they had a football team.
I think that's the reaction. Is it bad that my first reaction during the game was like, hey, we can save the fire chance until fourth quarter. And then I was like, all right, bring them back.
They couldn't. They were leaving beforehand. They already had an appointment scheduled. Let's get it in first quarter, and then we'll dip.
But so this was my only thing. Great weekend for football. Terrible weekend for Wisconsin sports fans.
Yeah.
Also, only saving grace to the Brewer fans in the room. And by room, I mean chat. My condolences on top of the Packers. Yeah, we're going to circle back to this because I have a question about the Packers and the Badgers in a second. But the Badgers get demolished. The Packers choke. And then Brandon Woodruff, one of their best pitchers, Dunzo.
Oh, really?
Absolutely done for the year. Might be done forever just because it's like his third drastic surgery in 3 years.
Okay. I'm certainly counting my money for my bets I placed before the season in my head right now. But that does sound bad for people who are rooting for the.
So good news for you, bad for them. Here's my question, circling back to Badgers Packers. I talked about this with friend of the show, Pete Osmond, yesterday. What's the worst loss? Is it the Badgers or is it the Packers? Because that's truly a philosophical question.
Yeah.
Do you get whopped by a team you thought you were going to beat, like a bad loss, or you just do everything you can to lose?
I think, well, see, here's the thing. Maybe I'm coming at this from a different perspective and a wrong perspective to have on this. But I very much talked about how the Packers could lose this game, and it played out exactly as expected. So I'm a little bit like different about that, but regardless, throwing that away, this feels like a program changing loss for the Badgers. Like, I feel like everything has changed.
They're going to fire their athletic director.
As they should. He shouldn't be allowed back in the building. Barry Alvarez should put a hit out on him. I'm surprised he's not sunk in the bottom of Lake Michigan right now. This is embarrassing.
Because, this is sad. He doesn't even know. Does he want Greg Gard to succeed or not? Because he didn't hire Greg Gard.
That's the other thing. As everyone knows who's ever talked to me about Wisconsin
by the way, one of your most vocal opinions. Yep, carry on.
I hate Greg Gard, and he's not good. He's not good. And then everyone's like, man, Greg Gard's the only good coach in Wisconsin. Wrong. Wisconsin football is only good because all the money's tied up in basketball. Wrong. Like everybody has a wrong opinion about this. Everything's wrong. Greg Gard stinks. Not all the money's tied up in basketball. And you know what? There's other good coaches. Our volleyball team's good.
Very good. Nationally
ranked
good consistently. Yes, absolutely. Both of them.
And
softball's good.
Softball's good. Everything's good except for the two things I care about. So,
and by the way, the two things that the athletic director cares about. Let's not get it twisted, because he's going to come out and be like, "Our other sports are fine. You didn't do it, including basketball. You didn't do anything." Here's the only thing I've heard pro Greg Gard argument. You might like this one. Okay. Greg Gard is kind of the perfect counter to the argument that Luke Fickell like can't recruit people to Wisconsin. Because if Greg Gard's recruiting people, it's possible.
Yeah.
He locked down the Twin Cities.
He did. It's just embarrassing. And I like Fickell. It breaks my heart because I was so excited for him to come. I think he's a good coach.
We'll never know how much of it's his fault. And I sincerely mean that, because it was going to be a long haul anyway. And then the conference doubled in size and the transfer portal blew up. And he had no shot because he was like, we're going to totally recruit differently than we ever have before. And then Oregon came in and said, actually, no, you're not, because we're all going to recruit all those guys now too. You have no chance.
Well, he also just set the program back where it's like, okay, we're going to bring in Lombo. We're going to be an air raid offense. And for whatever reason, that means we don't recruit offensive linemen. Okay, fine. And then now people are expecting, because this year we're saying, okay, we're going to run the ball again. Okay, boom. Now we're just going to have those players. Like no one understands, like, okay, if we're making a mentality shift, that's a 3-year process. So now, and it sounds like Fickell's here for that time because it's going to cost us $25 million to say goodbye. So I think he can do it. I don't want to go through the pain.
Paul Chryst will coach for free.
Paul Chryst would coach for free. Jim Leonard would coach for free.
So this is the thing. All of this aside, I don't know if we would care, Wisconsin fans. We had him. He was there, and he didn't pick Jim Leonard because the fans wanted it too much.
That's why it hurts worse. It's just because we had Jim Leonard. That's it.
Yeah.
Because that's the golden goose. That's the guy we've been working up towards. That's why we sat through Paul Chryst press conferences. That's why we did all of these things. And it's like, okay, finally, Jim Leonard. And then we gave him a half a season. And it's like, you didn't change anything. What's your deal? You stink. Get out of here.
And he was fine in his half season.
Yeah, better than now. So, like, whatever. At least he had there's a lot of things.
By the way, not to leave it, but also I've got to hear about every fucking linebacker in the universe in the NFL. And they're always like, Wisconsin sneaky defensive factory. And I'm like, we were for about a 6-year period. And suddenly we were like, couldn't have anything to do with Jim Leonard.
Right. Well, that's the thing. Like, Wisconsin can be bad, and that's fine. Wisconsin's offense can be bad, and that's fine given everything. The program changed, the mentality changed. The defense cannot be bad. And I just had to watch Maryland fucking bomb it on us. Yeah. And that is embarrassing. At Camp Randall.
This is my thing. This is where I go to die in the Big Ten. Because what really sucks? Yes, the conference doubled in size. Yes, the transfer portal opened. Zach, do you know who played in the Big Ten championship last year?
Ohio State. Was it Iowa?
We could be Iowa. Why aren't we them? They suck.
We were Iowa.
And we were like, we have to change. No, you don't. You could be Iowa.
Iowa's fine. That's great. Let's win regular season games. And then guess what? We get to hype ourselves up for a Big Ten championship every year. And that's fun to do.
Iowa even lucked in. Now everyone thinks their corners are good. All the time. They got right on one. So every white corner is the next dude, Could be. Hey, could be. Listen, I'm not racist. I just think it's a little bit cherry picking.
We got good white football players. We got good white college women's basketball players. That's what Iowa does.
That is what Iowa does. And we punt the shit out of the ball. We just absolutely punt it. But that's what I'm saying. It's the Big Ten, baby. There's room for us.
There is. Yeah. People saying we can't compete with Oregon, with UCLA, with USC. Grow up. Those guys stink. Like those little West Coast prissy boys. We can beat them. Oh, they got Nike. They got Phil Knight, but who gives a fuck? Don't run the ball down their throat.
Hate to break it to you, Big Ten's still rigged. Even if all those teams are good, they're all on the Ohio State side of the conference.
Bingo. We just got to compete with Iowa, to your point.
They're all on that half. They split it up, and for some reason, that'll never change. We added 10 teams, and it feels like they all went to the Ohio State side of the conference.
Try telling Barry Alvarez, we're going to add all these power teams to your conference. And Barry's like, no, we're not. And you're going to tell him no? Then you're dead. So that's why they went to the other side.
By the way, this is also, we're really in the weeds now. That's how come this athletic director's cooked. Because he's going to come back as interim. There's no world that's not what's about to happen. Barry's a call away.
You're telling me Barry's not going to coach one more game as well? Of course.
By the way, I wikied him this weekend. I forgot how many times he substituted for one game.
And by the way, run the ball 80 times that game, and we always win. Barry knows what to do.
Really good. I'd give anything to be in practices that week.
Oh, God. He's one of the scariest guys of all time. He looks like the boss from Monsters, Inc., for people who don't know. And he is incredible. He's one of the best football minds of all time. But whatever. Long gone, apparently, or not. Call away. We'll see.
He's alive.
Let's talk about the NFL, shall we?
Let's do it.
We did a few weeks ago before the start of the season.
Yes.
Or no, after week 1. We picked all of the winners. We had to go drafting back and forth to draft who would be the longest lasting undefeated team. And I have not looked at it, Jake. And that is what we're going to start the show with, other than Badger Talk, as we always do with Badger Talk. Yeah. So let's just delete the teams who have lost. So the gods got the Bears. Gone. Okay. So these bottom teams must have been teams that had already lost that I removed. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Gone. Okay. So then we got Bills are good. Packers lost. Bengals cooked. Raiders lost. Cardinals undefeated? Or no, they just lost this week, right?
Just lost.
Okay. You got the Bills and you may win. Great. I have the Eagles, Bucks, Chargers lost. Yes?
Chargers won.
No, they just lost today or this week, right?
No, they came back and they beat the Broncos by a field goal.
Did they? Fantastic. Rams lost. Colts are away again. Niners undefeated?
Niners are undefeated. Do you have all those teams? Do I only have the Bills?
Yeah.
By the way, that's a movie because I might got you.
I think so. Yeah. I don't have confidence. The Chargers are really undefeated. I don't think so.
They literally, I'm looking at the box score now. Cameron Dicker field goal as time expired to win.
What a week of football.
Yeah, Keenan Allen scored with 2 minutes left, and then they kicked a field goal.
Wow. Okay. I mean, Chargers are technically undefeated, I guess. I don't believe it. I don't agree, but cool. So the undefeated teams left in the league, the Niners, who potentially do not have a quarterback right now, the Buccaneers, who have potentially the MVP of the league right now, the Eagles, who are the best team in the league right now, in my opinion, the Chargers, who are technically undefeated. Do we believe it? Probably not. The Colts. I mean, is Daniel Jones in the MVP conversation?
Daniel Dimes, not Danny Dimes. Foreman.
No, Daniel. I'm using his government name.
He's kidding. Dude, we should, every time a quarterback's having a hard time, tell that motherfucker there's safety on a practice squad. Light him up a little bit. See what happens.
Yeah. You know what? Just shake him a little bit, and then they're just going to start breaking records. Apparently, he hasn't turned the ball over. He's incredible.
I do like you've come in here today fired up about the MVP conversation. Yes, technically the MVP conversation right now is really hot around Baker Mayfield and Daniel Jones.
There's nothing more I like than early season MVP talk. I don't care at the end of the year. We know what's going to happen at that point.
Also clearly still Lamar. Also undefeated.
Sure, but let's just say Lamar
not
loses the game again through Derrick Henry tonight. And what happens? Never know.
It's true. Patrick Mahomes has bounced back, so he's technically still in it.
Chiefs all the way back. Obviously.
Yeah, we've bounced back after a win against, I'll say it, the worst football team I've ever seen.
That was bad. Russell Wilson is laughably bad. And I like the fact that the only reason he has a job as the starter is that their schedule gets so much tougher. And they're like, we just need you to take every hit, bud.
Well, it's like 3/4 of the Browns game where they're like, here's why they're still sticking with Joe Flacco.
Right. You see Micah Parsons over there? Let's circle him. That is why Joe Flacco's in the game. We can't screw up Dylan Gabriel. For the love of God.
That's true.
He's the golden goose.
By the way, let's circle Micah Parsons. If you can't find him, he's the one who's slightly in the neutral zone.
Yeah, right. Yeah. He's the one whose foot is on top of the football, so they can't snap it right now.
Yeah.
It's not fair, but it is what it is.
Hey, Devontae Wyatt, your one job this play, tell Micah to back up. Can we make some adjustments? Jesus Christ. I'm sorry. Derailed immediately. Zach, we just talked about the winners. I don't even know if you remember this. We should check in on our losers.
We should check in on our losers. Let's go to that.
Along with our winner draft, we also selected in our search to have the most total losses. We drafted 2/3 of the league. Pursuit of total defeat.
And the ones highlighted in yellow, if you remember, we did a trade. Because, I mean, you got to trade. That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's just really quick. So 3 losses for the Browns. Or no, 2. They just won. Sorry. Excuse me. 2 for the Panthers, right? They won this week.
Won. They dominated yesterday in the weirdest game of all time.
Yeah, that was something. So 2 for them. Colts 0.
Ooh.
Raiders 2 losses.
Yep.
Niners 0. Dolphins 3. Stink. Cardinals 1. Packers 1. Dallas 2. Titans 3, I believe.
Yeah. Who did Dallas beat? The Giants? Yeah.
Yes. Vikings 1.
Vikings,
Jaguars.
Is that true? That's my technicality. Is that true that the Vikings only have 1 loss?
Technically, they did beat the Bears in week 1. It does not feel like it, but they did.
Okay, that's correct. They have 1 loss.
Okay, Jaguars, do they have 2 or 3?
The Jags won yesterday, but what does that mean? We'll find out.
They have 1 loss? That's not true. Wrong. That's not true. Okay. Bengals also just 1 loss, right?
The Bengals also just 1 loss.
This is incredible. You have
that
the
should
worst
count
one-loss
as
teams
10
of all
yesterday
time.
to Carson Wentz.
Your 1-loss teams down here are terrible. Okay. That sucks to be you.
That stinks for me, man. Okay.
It'll come back around. We're okay. Patriots, do they have 2?
They have 2. By the way, NL East, Rip-a-Rooski. The Seahawks only have 1 loss.
Seahawks have 1 loss? Yeah. Okay.
Special
Seahawks 1
teams
loss.
can't be beat, you know?
Bears 2. Falcons 2?
2.
Yes.
Carolina's got their number. What are you going to do?
Jets winless?
Jets are the best winless team I've ever seen.
That's probably true. Giants winless?
Winless.
And then Saints winless. Okay.
Nice. Is that true about the Saints? I think it's right because who the hell would they beat? But I just feel like
they're bad.
One out. Yeah, okay.
They're the worst team in the league. So you started hot, and then these guys down here, you were going to correct yourself, but at the moment, boy, they are winning games.
That's gross.
Way. That is bad. How did I get the Titans? Oh, I traded. I forgot. How did I get the Titans there?
Yeah, you traded. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, that looks worse than it is. But yeah, you gave the Titans so that I could get
Jacksonville. or Falcons, one of the two. Or I traded my Falcons with Titans. You traded for my Jacksonville for San Francisco.
Yeah. Yes, that's what it was. Yeah, because I didn't want San Francisco. You know what's also sucky about that bottom part? Just like, I mean, I've gotten every injury prediction right. I'm like, I've got Joe Burrow. Doesn't matter. One loss. I was like, oh, JJ McCarthy fucking sucks. Doesn't matter. Carson Wentz is going to win them football games. I don't feel good about Minnesota on my list anymore.
No, they're a good football team, but Jacksonville will come around. Cincinnati, I would assume, comes around
being bad.
Yeah. Seahawks will finish one game above 500 probably. They'll do that.
I'm interested in that. Yeah. But that's our thing so far. Yours, I mean, good value throughout.
Yeah, we probably balance out would be my guess.
I'm trying to think on who your list though. Like,
I mean I think
Arizona and Green Bay are going to win a lot of games, but
yeah. Well, Arizona maybe not, but Green Bay will.
I bet Arizona ends up with 9 wins.
They'll be around there. I mean, they just lost James Conner though. What else do they got? He was the team.
Always forget he's a football player.
Was no longer done.
Yeah. But that is our winners and our losers.
It is
for you all. And now is actually we get into some storylines. Our top.
We should get it. We absolutely should. So every single week we name our 2 biggest storylines. We did the offseason, we did the preseason, and we've done 2 weeks already. Again, a lot has happened this week. But to me, it categorizes under 2 things. But I'm going to say the first one because there's no disputing it. And I believe I made it the title of the live stream here. If you're not watching live or listening live, Flurry Sports YouTube channel on Monday nights. Today's Monday. Mine is special teams make special plays. Yeah, special teams took over.
Yeah.
The early time slot. There was 5 field goals blocked. We also had a kick return or punt return touchdown. And then there was an extra point blocked last night. Like it was special teams completely took over the entire week. Games were won and lost based on special teams pretty much purely. It was kind of insane.
Yeah. And within a 5-minute window, it went fucking bonkers because the Packers had a kick block only to set up another field goal, which I was like, that's a total special teams win. That's great for the Browns special teams coach. The Eagles get a block kick to win and cover.
Right. And they had a blocked kick before that.
Yeah. So terrible day for the Rams special team coach.
Yes. Yeah. He hasn't went to sleep yet because he's afraid Sean McVay will smother him.
And in my opinion, the most impressive play of any of them didn't matter. The Jets block touchdown was electric and Baker went good.
Right. Perfect. It's set up perfectly for me. Too much time yet again. And then Baker drove the field, digged his thumbs into the wound that was Steve Wilkes there or whatever. Yeah, he's the one who fired Baker Mayfield in Carolina, which you could argue was the greatest thing a coach has ever done for Baker Mayfield's career. But Baker, no, very salty about it. Hates it. Hates the man and beat him because of it. So Baker Mayfield's a man on a mission right now. He is so injured. He is playing every game, and he is pissed off. We're in prime Baker Mayfield now. And we forget the offseason leading up to this very angry Baker Mayfield was Liam Cohen saying, yeah, bud, I'm coming back. And then he left the state, or no, stayed in the state, left the city, drove away. Baker's expecting him to show up at the facility, and he's in Jacksonville, seeing news reports, seeing pictures. Like, that was the snakiest thing I've seen a coach do, and he did it to the wrong guy. I can only assume the Jags play the Buccaneers at some point this season. I'm going to look right now, but that's going to be must-watch television.
Also, by the way, we haven't talked about this enough. No 2 quarterbacks better different sides of the same coin than going from coaching Baker Mayfield to coaching Trevor Lawrence. Has to be. Those 2 boys date the same girl in a movie.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Somehow, the NFL always gets this right, and they did it this time. There's no Jacksonville versus Tampa Bay matchup. Usually that always happens. Usually that's like a prime week 6. Baker's
Thursday
been
night
stewing
game
for a month. Yeah, Thursday night. We don't want to watch it, but Baker's foaming at the mouth, just pacing on the sideline, smelling salts, everything. But no, we're going to have to wait probably until next year.
One also, yeah, we should have known, like, the Jets have found every way to lose games this year, and Tampa can't be beat. It's unbelievable.
No.
On your special teams point, the only other thing I'll add, also just a completely dominating performance by Seattle's special teams, as I've already mentioned.
This season.
It's unbelievable. A little behind the scenes curtain, Zach and I are playing in Dynasty League. I'm finding every way to just not compete this year. It's being.
You also cursed my team this week. Like, I need a CD Lamb injury. Okay, boom.
I will say I texted you as I saw him get hurt. I didn't do it before he got hurt. I watched it happen, then messaged
I don't have enough IR spots anymore because James Conner went down.
Well, at least you got. I was like, thank God I got Jake Browning. Son of a bitch! Like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
And then I saw 44 points from Seattle. I'm saved. I traded Joe Flacco, my golden goose, in the 2nd round pick, so that I could bring in Sam Darnold. 44 points. What did old Sammy do? A respectable 16 points in a 44-point victory because we're kicking field goals and we're returning punts. He never gets to touch the ball.
Nope. Ken Walker has 8 carries for 7 yards and 2 touchdowns as well. That's great for you.
Yeah, just an awful time. But we've talked about enough. The one, I wasn't planning on starting with this, but one of my storylines is Baker's the best. I just think best thing to watch right now. Tampa's electric. I hope somehow still disrespecting Todd Bowles. Still happening. But it's a real thing going on. But Tampa's good. Like good. Like not in a bad division. Like is a good football team. And to your point, Baker Mayfield's like is at a level where, everyone who ever thought he shouldn't be a starter is an idiot now.
Yep, he's going scorched earth, and I love it. This is the best version of him. He's about to take an Oklahoma flag and stab it into the ground again.
It does help that he's handing the ball off to those running backs, but I mean,
sure.
I'm just saying only in the sense of I also, gross. People don't know who Bucky Irving is.
Yeah, people aren't treating him with any respect whatsoever. And then you have Ibuka making one-handed catches down the sideline. So Baker's got help, but Baker's still playing well.
Oh, absolutely. It's just that whole team's a little under-respected. But that was my first one. The other one I will do, I don't think this is a top one, but just to get it off the board, I was going to say that, like, Chiefs are back. I don't know if that's a top one, but they look good. They've fully recovered. The magic's still there.
Tyquan Thornton is the best receiver in the NFL.
Yeah. By the way, another thing that didn't help me, I'm like, Juju Smith-Schuster, this is finally where I see value from you. Nope.
Juju fell off a cliff since leaving Pittsburgh. It was kind of insane. The only other storyline.
That's cool.
Chiefs are back. People aren't treating that with respect, but it's true. They just needed one. The only other storyline I wrote down was the last second wins. 7 games were decided, but with a game-winning score within the last 3 minutes, which is the most since the 1970. What was that?
Sorry,
I think so. It must have.
Okay.
No, I saw the stats, so it must have included it. I didn't know that though.
That's the most since the merger.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's why I'm like, I think there's 2 storylines this week. Like every game came down to the last second, and it ties in with special teams, obviously, but like everything switched. We had every game was a comeback. Every game was decided at the end, other than the Seahawks and the Panthers, which is weird that those were the dominating performances.
I had it as, I think I'll be interested. Do we go close games or do we go this one? Because this is my other one. It's a broad narrative, which is backup quarterback bonanza. We got Mac Jones coming in hot. Carson Wentz coming in, doing his thing. Jake Browning sucking it up. The only one that happens to be on my team. But, a lot of injuries, folks come in kind of playing well.
Yeah, Mariota played well.
Yes. Sorry, I knew I was forgetting somebody. Yeah. They're playing out of their minds. Like, I don't know if any of them are playing themselves into long. I feel like Wentz, of all people, is going to get looks other places.
Yeah. I mean, there's a case to be made that Wentz, and I am basing it purely on skin color, but Wentz could be Daniel Dimes.
They've tried it everywhere, but maybe, I mean, if anyone can do it, I guess it's quarterback whisperer O'Connell.
But to be fair, he was good in Philadelphia until he wasn't. And then the Colts, he was injured the entire time, and it's the Colts. So
same with the Commanders before Daniels. Like, has he had a real chance?
Was he at the Commanders?
Yeah, he was 100% at the Commanders. I don't know how much he played, but he was on the team. 6 teams in 6 years. That was the stat they were sharing yesterday.
Crazy. I don't remember that. So, I also don't think the Chargers won. So, I'm not sure.
Well, if it makes you feel better, I have written down on my list of backup quarterbacks who won yesterday, Joe Flacco, who is just not a backup, but feels like he is.
Depends on who you talk to. I mean, Cleveland report, everyone thinks Shedeur is the starter. So maybe.
Yeah. And soon to be starting backup for somebody, Skylar Thompson.
True. Very true.
Miami, maybe.
Speaking, just very quick point, because you said a Steelers quarterback. Is Drake May a top 10 quarterback in the NFL?
He's close.
That feels weird. It makes me feel like the quarterback position's even worse than I thought it was, and I already thought it was bad.
I don't think so. I don't think he is. Let's do it right now. Top 10. We have a wheel coming up later, but should we do a quick
quick top 10? We can only choose players who are currently playing. So like Joe Burrow's not included.
Yeah, I understand. Okay. I got you. Okay. In no order. Let's just get 10 names up.
Sure. Mahomes, Lamar, Josh Allen.
Yep. Herbert.
Drake May. Oh yeah, Herbert.
Drake May number 4. Top 10. Hurts. Fair. Baker. MVP conversation.
For sure Baker.
Yep. Jaden Daniels.
Hurt.
Oh yeah, sorry. Jared Goff.
I'm focusing just on this week. Fine, Jared Goff. I'll take Jared Goff.
I think above that, yeah. Okay, people still playing. That's tough. People are hurt.
Kyler's been bad. Stafford's been bad. Purdy is hurt.
Rodgers.
I think Rodgers, but he hasn't been outstanding. But I think that's fair.
Darnold's close. Geno.
Last week was so bad. It's so tough to say.
Okay, well, if we're doing it that way, then definitely Daniel Jones.
Oh, yeah. He should have been number 1. That's my bad. That's on me.
One
more though.
But we've done a lot of maybes.
Here's the question, because I think this decides the number 10 spot, and I think this is a real question. Honestly,
Bo Nix.
Yeah, who's better, Bo Nix or Drake May? We got to pick.
Or Trevor Lawrence.
Not Trevor
Just
Lawrence.
All the same guy.
I mean, he's included there, but yeah, not Trevor Lawrence. He's out.
So this.
Oh, is Dak up there? Maybe Dak's up there, but for the sake of the conversation, he's not.
Okay, I think you can find ways to barely keep him out, but I agree that he's really close, and I think it's I think him or Sam Darnold's a fun conversation.
Yeah, they're all right there.
I would for sure. This is hard when they're losing games. I would put Geno above him. I just would, but I don't know if that's fair.
I think so. It was just bad against the Chargers. It was not close whatsoever.
Yeah, really, really bad. Did we forget anyone obvious? It's just now we didn't mention Caleb Williams at all, but I agree.
Can't be him.
Oh, we didn't mention CJ Stroud at all.
He's been bad.
But he's been bad. I agree with you. Colts we talked about, Jags we talked about, Texans we talked about, not Cam Ward. No one else in the NFC South. I think we covered them.
Covered everything. We did it
again. We did sneak up on Dak. Took a while.
We did. Dak was down there, but it is what it is.
Yeah. But that's
Dak's not top 10. My bad.
No. But okay, that's good. And now, Zach, okay, our official top 2 storylines for the week. are
special teams for sure.
Special teams for sure. I would go backup quarterback bonanza, but I'd be willing to do close games if you wanted. It is a fun stat. It's a funner stat.
It is. It is the. We're going to get all the backup quarterbacks next week. We need them to play well. Like some of them played well, but some of them played really bad.
True. Carson Wentz and Jake Browning played each other. Like, I don't know if that counts. Mac Jones won by a hope and a prayer.
Yeah, and re-injured himself somehow.
It's so true. Okay, close games. I like it.
Okay. I will add that. And Jake.
Oh, or Baker's the best.
Baker is the best. We're going to get plenty of opportunities for. We need Baker to have like an iconic Baker moment.
Another one. Yeah.
Another one.
The following message is transmitted at the request of the United States government. This is not a test. A nuclear attack was commenced against the United States.
Jake, you know what that sound means.
I was shitting myself.
I know, because you're so excited for the segment that's about to start.
Yes. I have no idea what's about to happen.
I no one else does either, but what we are going to do is a segment that we have to do today. Jake, first off, let's introduce the segment by talking about WrestlePalooza. Okay.
Oh, God. Yeah. Okay.
WrestlePalooza, first WWE event on ESPN. I'm not sure if you saw this, but someone named Andreas Hale for ESPN did a grading of the event. The first event by ESPN, big news, right? It was a big thing for ESPN.
Yeah,
rated their own thing. Today. Yes, graded their own thing a C. So, company man to be sure. So, what I want
to give him props for some integrity.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair. He's not impressed.
Yeah.
So that's fine. What I took from this is that ESPN is so bad that no one likes ESPN, including people from ESPN.
Oh, I'm really pissed about this. I can't wait for the segment. I just want to say out loud, I'm not going to watch any more wrestling, God damn it, because like I can't figure out. I'm not going to get ESPN Plus.
I don't think it's even ESPN Plus, is it?
It's the ESPN app, but you have to have the add-on. If you get ESPN Plus before, it's already in. If you get it now, you have to pay extra with it.
Oh, so I did have it. I didn't even attempt because I thought I had to pay extra to watch it. So I just watched a couple clips from Brock Lesnar's and I was fine.
I know. I'm going to have to figure it out, but see, God damn it. They're going to get us for the Rumble.
Yeah, true. I mean, I'm in. I got the Disney Plus bundle. We're good to go.
I could watch Raw on Netflix. Jesus fucking Christ. Can't I? What are we doing?
Yeah. You know what? They needed more money. Good on them. But
yes.
ESPN's been so bad, Jake. So what we are going to do is just completely make our own sports network.
Nice.
We're going to go hour by hour because I just want to prove how easy this is. We can make a sports network that's not tough to do. And before anyone says, and we're not going to do anything stupid. Like, oh, we're going to have a show that gives away $100 million. Even though Disney could do that, we're not going to do that. Everything we're going to do is realistic.
Yeah.
But everything we can do, we have the money to do. We're just assuming we have Disney money. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Disney money, Disney talent. And so we can jump around, but we're just going to fill every hour of the show. And I'm going to start with where we obviously should start. And that's with SVP. Because we know we're having SVP doing SportsCenter. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. What time does he normally do that? Bad beats.
Like working nights? It's a crazy thing to me. He starts at 10 p.m.
10 p.m. So we're going to go SVP, SportsCenter.
Let me check. I think I'm wrong right away. I actually think it's 11 p.m. midnight Eastern.
That's probably right. That feels right. It's always after the game.
Yeah.
So 11. This is what I immediately propose. Because everybody likes SVP. Everybody likes his SportsCenter. You know what the
10:30. Sorry. 10:30.
That's fine. We'll count it as 11. We're fine.
Thank you.
The easiest thing to do is this, Jake. Ready? I'm going to go Control C, and we're also going to air that at 7 a.m. because people who watched it at 11 p.m. were up. The people who missed it are up to watch that at 7 a.m. And it's just a recap of the previous day anyway. Like, that's what the easiest thing to do is.
Can I make one suggestion?
Sure.
These are all Central Times.
Yeah. Yep.
Thank you. Our people, working class.
Didn't know there was another
6.
time zone. Make it 6. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
But I mean, truthfully, like, is anyone going to be upset? Like, oh, why'd you have SVP on again? Like, no one's upset by that.
No, and I want to see the bad beats.
Everyone wants to watch this. There isn't really clips. So, like,
no,
this is the easiest thing.
Him talk. Such a win. Yeah.
Yes, easiest thing. I think, honestly, one of the only things that on ESPN that is potentially good, whether you like it or not, I think it's a good piece of programming. I think Get Up is good. I don't watch it. I don't necessarily enjoy the people on it. I'm not saying we have to have those same people.
But the concept is good. Can I make a suggestion? Because
sure.
it clearly should just be Mike and Mike.
That's fine. Fantastic. I like that too.
And those mics, by the way, both named Golick. It's senior and junior.
Yeah, true. Mike and Mike. Golick.
Great. And by the way, same panel on. Can you imagine Mike and Mike Golick also hosting a panel that's got Damian Woody, Rex Ryan, and Ryan Clark on it? Electric.
It'd be terrific.
Dan Orlovsky even.
Dan can stop it and get bullied and then leave. That's fine. This is multiple hours, right?
Yes. That one actually goes all the way until 9 a.m. Yep.
Okay, so boom, like that. Done.
Okay. And then they have another 2-hour block that I would suggest we keep. We could change the thing. The issue is not that First Take it's bad. It's just everything has become First Take.
That correct. You're correct.
So First Take can stay.
I agree. I fully agree. And it's good for clips. Yeah. Like First Take as its own thing is good. To your point, everything being First Take is bad. And this is 2 hours, I assume, as well, right? Okay. Great. Look how quickly we're going here. Now, ESPN is trying to buy a bunch of games. They want to have as many games as possible. I think on our Sports Network, every day we just have one game.
Yeah.
Whatever the featured game is, and we're building up to it. We're talking about it. We're doing all of that. Mm-hmm. So I think that would be what? 8 to 10, 7 to 9.
It would be, let me do this. Yeah. 8 to 10. Nope. 7 to 9. 7 to 9.
Well, this is why I ask. Like 7 to 9, do we want it to lead up to SVP or do we want to have something before SVP?
We could move SVP up.
We absolutely could. He would love that. He could get some night's sleep.
Technically, he starts at because he's 10:30, so let's call it 10.
Okay, so 7 to 9. So we got featured game,
and technically, it actually would be 7 to 10, right? 3 hours. Yeah.
Yep. And then SVP 10 to 11. See how easy this is. We're cooking. We already have a delightful day.
Yeah.
Okay. I have more ideas, but what else do you got?
I'm trying to think somewhere in this, because here's what you got to do. You need something that sickos are watching in the middle of the day.
True. I have a great idea for this.
I wonder if it's going to be the same one. This isn't an ESPN show, but this IP is out there. They own it because it's on ESPN Plus. The fact that of all of the shows we've remade, and listen, rest in peace to a legend. He can't do it, but we can still do this tastefully. The fact that sports science isn't a continued, like this is going to air at 1 p.m.
He died? Did he die?
He's passed away. Yes.
Crazy. Okay.
I think recently.
I agree. Okay. Let's do an episode on that. Do you think that is a middle of the day thing, or do you think that's a late night thing? I agree. We need to have it.
Well, in my head, replays are for sure playing late at night.
Sure. That's true. We can do great replays at night for the people who work nights, for all of that.
Yeah. That was kind of my thought, is like, how much original content are you having late? But I'm open to it. I hadn't picked out a time slot, but sports science is evergreen. I still watch clips of Ray Lewis running into sumo wrestlers.
True. The other thing that I think is evergreen that we will put on probably late night. I put sports science here. We'll put it wherever we think makes sense at some point.
Yeah.
Probably in the early afternoon somewhere. I think you can do a 30 for 30 every day.
Yeah,
some sort of
100%.
documentary at night.
Yes. Does that offset games? Or we always have a game? We can do that. We can always have a game.
Yes, it does. I'm not saying it always has to be the same sport. We could have Mondays be this. We have Tuesdays or this. Yeah. I think at night, I think late night, like honestly, maybe after SVP or something.
That's good.
We have a 30 for 30 or some whatever documentary. Now, I think after First Take, I do like the idea of the fun sports show where a lot of athletes go on, whether it's Le Batard, whether it's McAfee. I'm not saying we define it as that. I'm just saying it's the fun sports talk show. We got First Take, they're yelling at people, and then we have the thing that people are watching in the middle of the day because clearly that's working.
Correct. You clip it up, people stream it. Do you do that before lunch or after lunch? Because McAfee's like 1 to 3.
McAfee's 11 to 2.
Well, also he's doing 4 fucking hours. We don't need to do that.
No, I think another 2-hour block.
Yeah, and I think let's put in talk show. You can write McAfee. I think that's fair.
I just think fun sports talk. I think it is what it is. I think that's whatever.
Yeah.
I think the middle of the day, and this is something that is fully missing from all sports shows, sports networks that I think would do well, is like getting in the weeds with sports shit. Like if we had a football show hosted by a coach breaking down this, and then have like
specific shows. You've nailed it. Yeah.
Have a football block, a basketball block, a baseball block. You probably could do all 3 every day.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Correct. They're perennial.
Yes. Yeah, we'll just do.
I think you can mess around the times depending on the season.
True. Let's go sports science here. We have a fun sports talk leading into sports science. We're having a great time at lunch. Okay. Then we have NFL film breakdown, essentially, or NFL coach show.
Yeah, in my mind, it's pay John Gruden whatever he wants.
Right. Pay Stan Van Gundy, obviously.
Yeah.
MLB, I think, could be great too. Don't you think?
It literally, whatever you think of it, like you're saying, it was enough that John Boy is like the 3rd largest sports media related company in the world now, and all they do is talk baseball because no one else was doing it. So yeah, just give them a show every day, and maybe that'd be the only thing I watch.
Right. But and then I don't even think you need to mess around at times. I just think 2 o'clock's the NFL hour.
Yeah.
3 o'clock's the NBA hour, and I know if I tune in for the NBA hour, I don't need to hear about Jerry Jones. We're getting in the weeds about this basketball thing.
I would move this. I would actually move all 3 of these up. Get rid of sports science for now.
Okay.
Because that way, all of these are in the middle of the day. People can watch them back later, but then we have a block open for our after school crowd.
True. And that would be great for sports science, don't you think?
I'm going to throw another oldie but goodie on here. I don't get why ESPN stopped doing this show. I sincerely don't. It should be Sports Nation.
Sports Nation's good?
Yeah. Pay Beetle.
Sure.
That's the fun clips from the day. Or it's like, I don't know. It could be that or some version of that or Pardon My Take. Where it's like, yes, give me a version of sports that synthesizes things to a half hour or an hour.
I agree. The other thing I propose is having sports-related game shows.
Duh. Stump the Schwab. Can't believe it doesn't still exist. Yeah.
But you could do just
I proposed a really good
Wheel of
game
Fortune
show before we came on here.
True. That is true. Speaking of
Wheels of Fortune. Yeah.
One of the greatest things, Jake, that we have ever done on the show is we sat here and we just named players we haven't thought about in years.
100%.
What if it's Wheel of Fortune? It's a blank name for blank team.
You know, it's crazy.
Then whoever guesses it, they come out. All of a sudden, Vince Wilfork walks out.
Yeah, Disney owns that, by the way. They could do that now.
I would love to see it. All of a sudden, I'm like, oh my God, it's DeBrickashaw Ferguson. Bring him out.
Yes.
And then he walks out. That's great.
All right. I have a pitch here. I know we've got some good stuff on the side. I would pitch at the sports game show. You put that right in at 6 o'clock.
Great.
You could do a different one either 2 or 4 times a year. Rotate them through seasons. So I think 6 o'clock.
I think one thing we should have before the game is a betting show.
So, okay. And that goes always before the games.
I think so, because they talk about before other games, but then they're definitely talking about the featured game. Right. They're hyping it up. It's the pre-show for the game.
Betting goes there. Okay. Yeah, I think that's probably what you want to lead into it. Well, I mean, yeah. Do you do a game show?
I think it probably could be like a half an hour.
Yeah. They do betting / pregame. 100%. No, for sure, because it's the same deal. Because it tells you what to bet on the games, even that you're not showing. Same with the pregame. It talks about all the games happening that night. Great.
Injury news, whatever. It's preparing you for this featured game, and it's big because it's the featured game. We have one game.
And here's my question for 4 o'clock. Do you do at 4 Sports Nation is a more fun sports center, or do you do another sports center?
I think it's more fun.
Because that's all Sports Nation is like sports, sports center with games.
I agree. I think that's good.
So I think that goes there, and then I think 5 o'clock is your game show. Yeah.
I think so too.
And then, like you were saying, I think we're canceling part of my take. Sorry.
Boom. Done.
But you know what part of my take should be? Part of my take should be one of those content specific shows. The part of my take boy should always cover basketball. Michael Wilbon should always cover basketball.
Yeah. I could say that for a lot of these people. They should just stay in their lane. That would be fantastic.
Like, they're all good, but he's like one of the only dudes where I'm like, you're very entertaining at that. Like, just talk about it all the goddamn time.
Yeah,
it's not his fault, but I mean, do you do every night, or does this rotate? This like this 11 to 5 a.m.
I think.
I know where sports science would be great at 5 in the morning.
It would be great.
But also, there's a real chance that 5 in the morning is, for the sickos, it's Mad Dog in the morning.
Honestly, yeah, it should just be angry sports talk.
Basically. It's a radio show, call-in show.
Right. True, call-in. I agree. These are the old people that are up. They're talking. They're upset. They just found out that their team lost at 9 p.m.
Yeah.
And they want to talk about it. I agree. Now we got 11 to 4. Sports science goes in here. We have at least 1 hour of documentary.
Yeah, I think and all of these can play at different times, and they'll live on ESPN Plus. Go for it. I have other content that I miss from back in the day, but I don't know how much is new. Like, does that work to air original content at 1 in the morning, or is no one actually watching that?
I think it's fine because we have a digital product as well. ESPN always acts like ESPN Plus doesn't exist.
Yeah.
And that's why nobody watches it, because they act themselves like it doesn't exist. So I'm fine airing it live at whatever time. And then all of a sudden it's like, okay, it's also on digital. You can watch it whenever you want.
Yeah.
Another thing that's awesome for late night is World Series of Poker.
Oh, actually, put in another block. We'll figure out where to put it. Of unfeatured game.
Yeah, very good.
It's not the featured game, but it is either the spelling bee or it's the script spelling bee. It's the World Series of Poker. It's bass fishing.
Yes. I also like the fact that it's like we spent up for this featured game, but then we could also get the rights for the same game as everybody else and just air it not live, because we're just bargain hunting. Like, we will play the week 1 game now, But you're right. It's the obscure sports at bat, basically.
Yeah. I have a pitch for 30 for 30. Okay.
Or not major. We'll go not major. Okay.
I actually don't think we give a time block to 30 for 30 officially.
Okay.
And I think instead we do a movie, a documentary, like one night of the week instead of a game, a featured game.
Okay. That's like a Wednesday night thing.
Yeah, honestly, in my head, yeah, you would do the math on when there isn't one. In my brain, it's actually, I guess Friday has basketball, some like baseball.
It's got football too.
Yeah,
it's got mid-major.
True. I mean, there's always stuff like obviously, yeah, because it's like Saturdays, everything. So yeah, but like let's say it's Wednesday.
I guess Wednesday's a basketball night. I think we have a game every day. Maybe it's Tuesday.
And put hockey on. Yeah, true. But I guess just like, because that is what they realistically do, and I don't think that doesn't work, right? Like I think if you're going to air documentaries, I don't think you actually air them for the first time.
No, we're just putting our back catalog.
I like movie Mondays. Nope, Monday Night Football. Well, wait, hold on. I'm back.
Okay.
Movie Mondays.
Okay.
8 months of the year.
I mean, yeah, that's true.
Like, let's recover a little bit. Because, give the documentary boys 4 months to make all of them.
Well, also, I'm not sure if Movie Monday takes the place of a sports documentary, though. That could be just straight up movie. That could be.
You're talking MLB Network. How many times have I watched A League of Their Own?
Oh, really? I didn't even. They show that on there. That's great.
Oh, they have a baseball movie, Zach. I kid you not. In the off season, every night of the week.
Good. That's fine.
And that's what they should do. It's smart. Like all those content specific ones should do that. NFL Network doesn't do that, and they absolutely should.
Right.
Rudy should play every week.
It should. Yeah.
Movie, but remember, the Titans should play every week.
Him should play every week. Why not?
Oh, we haven't talked about him yet. Yeah. I have to go watch it yet. But
okay. It's good. I liked it. People hate it. I like it.
You could do the same. Yeah, you don't want to give up Saturdays though. I think Mondays is good. Non-football thing there, and that way we don't have to.
But I don't think this replaces like the late night documentary that people, if they're up, they can turn on, because there's so many people where it's just like, I just turn on a movie if it's 3 a.m.
I don't know if you're gonna like this. I'm gonna pitch that 2 to 4 is reruns.
I think maybe I think a game show should go late night.
And
you think like the sports
airs at 3 a.m.
like a rerun though. I'm not saying like we have a back catalog.
Yeah. Just call it reruns for now. I'm with you. But let's just call it reruns, and it can be our game show. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah. That's fine.
Yeah, and 100%. And like that's also where reruns of all of them go. That's why I think it could be a couple hours, because it's reruns of the game show, it's reruns of sports science, it's reruns of I think SVP gets reruns. Yeah.
No, because we got SVP up here. We got 2 SVPs.
Oh, true. Okay.
By the way, that's highlights. That's all of that.
We built SVP rerun. I do like that. We started with that too. Did we put in? I think non-major sports event should be every night.
Yeah. Let's go here. It's probably like a 2-hour event.
Yeah,
would be my guess. And then I do think we should do sports science. I think that's its own
great middle of the night thing. Yes.
And then we got one more. Should we really just throw a loop for it, or should we like?
So I actually have something that should live here. We might have to
infomercials.
Maybe also true. If we moved back everything 1 hour, starting with non-major sports event.
Okay.
Like if that aired, so be late. No one would watch it except for reruns or you're up in the middle of the night watching poker or whatever. But if we move it back 1 hour, 11 o'clock, they haven't quite figured this out, but I definitely think there is space for, they used to do, ESPN used to do middle of the night, like late night show stuff. They tried to do it with Jason Kelsey too.
Like
a late night show. Yes.
Yeah.
And it should be Katie Nolan.
Oh, true. That would work. Is that too late for it even at 11?
I don't think so. It's essentially the same. It's the same time slot as Seth Meyers.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, I think he's midnight Eastern, 11 o'clock Central.
Okay. I'm fine. Whoops.
I wouldn't. Yeah.
I'm fine with that. So late night sports talk show.
I'm actually off by half an hour because it's like, the primary late night show for most networks, which, if they still happen, happens 10:30 to 11:30, and then the second one starts 11:30 to midnight 30.
And honestly, like some of these will probably be a half an hour, like these coach shows. Probably this is probably we could do an hour and a half, make each of those 30 minutes or something, and then everything shifts up.
Get me my classic Sports Center at noon.
Yeah, that works too. This works. This is not just first take this entire part. You know what I mean?
If you are doing, we could fix this, by the way, if ESPN is listening, which I know they are.
What's up, Mickey Mouse?
Replacing, just doing like making your sports centered content, like not like, I can't believe that all of their like football shows, their basketball shows are all debate shows.
Right.
They have the content right, but they've got it wrong. Like they should all be game analysis.
Yeah. Game analysis or predictive, like review or preview. It's all.
Yeah. We got to stop debating stuff.
Everyone knows it worked when people didn't know the formula.
And we
now
have
that everyone knows.
Nichols.
True. But when everyone now just sees it as, and whether it's correct or not, but no matter what, at least 50% of the audience sees every first take segment and says that it's a manufactured argument. And it's mostly true, where it's like, okay, the person on this side doesn't actually believe that. They're arguing, they created an argument that doesn't exist.
Yeah.
And they did this last week as well. This exact topic.
I even think you could, now you got me thinking, like, do we cut, is first take 1 hour and it's either another game show for the morning game show crowd, or is it like Numbers Never Lie, which I guess you could make a game show, but like a general talk show a little later in the day. But I actually like another game show better because listen, I love me a game show. Nothing hits better than Price is Right in the morning.
I agree. There's so many different types of sports game shows, like legit game shows that you could do that would be fantastic.
Yeah.
Easy to do. And everyone would love it.
They that was why Highly Questionable was so good.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah. It's just adjacent to that. It just works.
Have Poppy host one of them.
Yeah. One can be truly just a sports trivia game show, and the other could be just something different.
A game show. Yeah, for sure. I like that. That one's hosted by Jason Kelsey.
Yes. Obviously.
Yeah.
But this was not hard to do.
We did that for free.
Yeah, free consultation. There you go. ESPN, just do this, and then I'll watch your channel again. I can't remember the last time I turned on ESPN to watch it, and it wasn't a game.
Yeah.
That's it. I don't even turn on SVP. SVP just appears after a game for me. That's about it.
I have one more fun idea. Okay.
Yep.
Trying to figure out where to put it, so you tell me where to put it. Maybe it's not regular, but I do like, I think you could do weekly shows, give 1 hour to weekly shows that are the other sports.
Sure. So just a non-major sports talk, you mean?
Ariel Helwani gets 1 hour on Mondays.
Yeah.
It's UFC Monday. WWE gets an hour on Tuesdays.
Is it wrong to say NFL gets an hour and then NBA and MLB share this hour, and then we?
Oh yeah. I'm also thinking like everything's an hour long. Yeah.
But I'm saying like NFL until it's not NFL season, I suppose.
And even then, we'll leave the NFL on. Yeah, I actually think that we leave it. Yeah.
Non-major sports talk.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's great.
And I think you give an hour to, you have a weekly soccer show, a weekly UFC show, a weekly tennis show, a weekly WWE show, and one more. Hockey. My bad. Did I say tennis before hockey?
Yes. And that's the problem. We need to celebrate hockey a little bit.
Okay, what would it actually be? You get 5. Because weekend content, that's not you and me. That's Trevor and Luke that are in charge of weekend content.
Right. So, yeah. Hockey, boys. Hockey, MMA, professional wrestling, since they got that now. Soccer.
Yeah, you could combine, let's be fair. They could combine UFC and WWE.
I don't think so.
They don't have to. They definitely don't. Okay, so we'll give them separate. I agree. Hockey, UFC, WWE.
And then the last
Soccer
one.
For sure. Yeah, that's the fourth, right? Okay. And then the last one.
You could do.
By the way, WNBA is covered with NBA. Just to say out loud.
Yeah, basketball. Yep.
Yeah.
It could be a rotating fun Friday.
College football.
Oh, college sports makes sense. College football, college basketball once that's heating up, and then college baseball when it's not.
Yeah, college sports. I think that's good. And if you're like, we're not covering that enough, you can still cover it in the talk shows.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And the Olympics mix in once that's going. You got X Games stuff.
Yeah. I think the only thing I would say about doing college sports, I think you could almost, we could play around with this and figure out the nuances of it if we were doing it. But I think you could almost just have one that's like, you give the shutdown full cast 1 hour every week for just college football. That guy's fucking
essentially awesome. What we're saying here is this block is in the weeds, legit sports talk.
100%. And one of those hours is rotating, which I like a lot.
Truthfully, it can all be rotating. It's just when it's that season, when it's one of the major sports seasons, when it's, August, even July through February, there's an NFL hour.
And also ESPN, yes, they should be doing this because every sport we mentioned, ESPN has allowed, they didn't have to. Think of how many fucking cable sports networks there are. And somehow they've allowed all these online companies to exist because they've done such a bad job. Like I watch wrestling content every day. That should be on ESPN.
Right. Now that they bought the rights for the premium live events, do we think they're going to increase their coverage?
Well, no. But for the love of God, put an hour on that's not kayfabe. That's the only thing. Sure. I don't think they're going to do that is like, I actually watch people review the show. Put that one guy on who was critical in his article. I'll watch him. He's real.
Or bring back the Vince McMahon show. Let him host the late night show.
Wrong.
And I would watch
Shane McMahon, Raw Underground.
If we have Shane McMahon and he does his entrance every night, I'm tuning in for that.
I just want, listen, there are shows where I want John Gruden, I want the football dudes talking football. And then every once in a while, I want a show like SVP where it's like someone who knows, they're not in it. I want someone to just like talk about it. That's what I want for wrestling is like, as soon as I see a wrestler on my screen, I'm out. Sure. I'm like, what's the Undertaker going to say besides, let me tell you,
Right. You want Mia Kimes on there to say like, oh my God, did you see what happened on Raw? And tries to explain it.
Or I don't want them to do analysis. Let me give a plug for something that doesn't need a plug. One of my favorite things to do. You know how much I love it. Plugging bigger platforms. It's mostly a plug for you, Zach. If folks who have not seen this yet, WWE, like they always do, stumble on gold. They gave Cody Rhodes a YouTube talk show on his bus where he interviews one other wrestler.
Okay.
It's fucking electric. It's so good. Because they just do stories. Don't talk about the rest. Like, I want to see non-wrestlers break it down so I can actually hear if it's worth my time.
Sure, that works. Yeah.
But Cody Rhodes talking to Kevin Owens for 2 hours about how Big Show broke several chairs. They kept going to restaurants and he kept breaking seats. It's electric. They drink while they do it. That should be a show, and that's good too. So you could do that. But sincerely, if people haven't watched that, Zach, you should definitely watch the Cody Rhodes, Kevin Owens one. It's unbelievable. It's so good.
Okay. I will absolutely do that. But that
it also
is
gave me my new, before we go, my new favorite saying that I don't think most of my folks get, which is Cody often quotes, I think Bruce Pritchard, I don't know who he's quoting, but he always says, someone gives him a hard time because he was in a match and he was like, you didn't have to hit me with another move, man. I was already down. And Cody, I guess, picked him up and hit him again. He's like, Hogan must pose, you know? He's basically citing like in the 90s, like Hogan kept interrupting meetings and adding 5 minutes to the programming block that just said Hogan must pose. Now it's my favorite thing to quote. My staff is like, why did you talk about yourself for 10 minutes in the meeting? Hogan must pose, dude.
That true. That works. I took that off the screen because I just remembered we are doing our wheel and I need to get the tier list up. So I just got that up. We are good to go. Jake, explain to them the wheel while I get this fully set up here.
The wheel of content, for those wondering, is a segment that we've done every week for many, many years. We are ranking random things in the NFL. The wheel decides what we are ranking that week, but you can rest assured we are ranking your favorite NFL topics, both football related and football adjacent. For example, last week we ranked teams we would most like to get a beer with. So content like that. We may rank quarterbacks as we did earlier, but in more detail. So that is the rankings here. If you have things that you would like to be ranked, please get them in the chat. Like our friend Jacob Thorson, who asked Zach as you're pulling it up, in the 10-team Superflex, would you trade Fields and Chase Brown for Garrett Wilson and Pollard?
Fields and Chase Brown for Garrett Wilson and Pollard. Yes, I would. Get rid of Chase Brown and Fields.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like a good trade. Thank you for those in the chat. Today's show is sponsored by AT&T.
I wish. Give us AT&T money and we'll start our own sports network like we just talked about. So yes, everyone's doing their own version of NFL Power Rankings, and this is our version of NFL Power Rankings. We are going to rank the top 10 NFL teams this week based on, as the wheel. Most likely to win a Super Bowl. Okay, fine. Great.
Power rankings.
Yeah, you know what? It's not traditional power rankings, though. It is just winning a Super Bowl. We're not talking about what they're doing right now. Does not matter.
No. Win a Super Bowl this year.
Win a Super Bowl this year. Who is most likely? So let's throw.
We're going to toss teams out like Rotten Tomatoes. Here we go. Okay.
Yes. So let's just throw 10 teams on the board. We know Eagles are up there.
Yeah. Get the all the AFC teams up there.
Bills, so let's go
Chiefs.
AFC or Chiefs, Bills.
Above you, Ravens. Top row.
Raven. Oh yeah, we should group it based on AFC, NFC.
Nice.
I guess Packers are up there. Lions. Are the Steelers up there?
I don't think they're an automatic top 10 for me.
Are the Broncos up there? The Buccaneers are.
Buccaneers are. Chargers are.
Chargers are. Okay.
Rams?
I think Rams are up there. If they're healthy, I think they're a contender.
If we do 5 and 5, let's do one more AFC team. Then it is probably.
I don't think it needs to be even.
Yeah, but I mean the AFC's better. I feel like there should be another AFC team.
Okay, but so Cowboys no, Jags no, Texans no, Bears no, Broncos I think maybe, Vikings maybe, Dolphins no, Steelers maybe, Raiders no, Colts no, Commanders no, Saints no, Giants no, Titans no, Seahawks maybe, Patriots no, Cardinals no, Panthers no, Falcons no, Jets no, Niners I think no, they just lost Nick Bosa for the year. Browns no, Bengals no. So
okay, well then I think Steelers. Oh, you go Broncos. Okay,
no, I was just putting all the maybes there.
Dolphins. You almost wanted to.
Yep, Dolphins. Steelers is fine. That works for me. It's Rodgers. It's TJ Watt. You know, they could add another person. Okay.
Yeah, I agree. I'm open to conversation if we pop and drop anybody else, but I mean, that looks right to me.
Yeah, I think that's completely fair. Top 10 teams most likely to win a Super Bowl. Do you have a feeling of most or least likely that we can start sorting these quickly?
I think Steelers are 10 based on our him han.
Fair. Very fair.
I
think Eagles are near the top.
Oh yeah. Forgot about top. Eagles are near the top.
I'm just sorting.
Yep. Ravens and Bills are near the top.
Okay.
So are the Chiefs. Just near the top, 100%.
Yep. I think this is a fair bottom.
Yeah. We're gonna decide which of the NFC North teams is lower, but yep. I would leave the Rams down at 9 just due to injuries and shit. Yeah.
Yep.
Then,
I think the Packers, you can't lose to the Browns and then be above 7.
Hey, don't you college football conference me though. They beat the Lions.
It doesn't matter. The Lions
the Lions were it's not power rankings, it's Super Bowl. Yeah.
Lions didn't know where to line up. Packers, their offensive line is hurt, and then they throw them out there against Myles Garrett.
I don't know if we're at this level of niche yet. I personally would still put the Packers above the Buccaneers for winning a Super Bowl.
You think Baker's going to be that low?
In the playoffs? I don't know, man. I just don't think their teams is round. The
Packers haven't won a game yet. The Buccaneers have won them. Like the Packers have been in the lead when the games have ended.
Okay.
I don't think they've won.
I agree. I would say of this group in the middle, I would have the Lions the highest.
Chargers second highest?
Chargers second highest, for sure. Listen, Super Bowl, with the Chargers got to win a playoff game first. I just can't put
We have too many teams.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
we
8,
do.
9, 10.
Are Steelers out?
Wait, don't we have 10? Yeah, we're good.
No.
4 up top.
Awful.
I'm so bad at counting. Okay, Steelers out. Everyone moves down 1. Thank you for your service.
Yep. Sorry, Steelers. You did make it. Okay. These aren't ordered yet, but
yeah.
Okay. We agree on this though. Yes or no?
Yeah. Do you agree on the Chargers and Lions? I just don't think I can pick the Chargers to win a Super Bowl because they're the Chargers.
Right. I agree. If I'm putting a belief in somebody, the Lions have continued to build something every year. So you would assume they take another step forward. Chargers are going to Chargers.
Yeah. Of this group up top, unless you disagree, I have Eagles 1.
I agree. What they did yesterday was, I think, prove that.
Yeah. This is interesting. I just don't think, not in a bad way. I think you can order these next 3 any way you want. I don't think you and I agree on it. So.
Okay. I think there's a clear 2. I don't know about 3 and 4.
You and I don't agree about the 2, but I'll give it to you. Let's say it's the Ravens.
Mm-mm.
You think it is the Bills?
Nope. I think Bills are 4.
Oh, I know. I was like, you and I don't agree on the Bills at all. Okay, I am with you. I'm willing to give it to the Chiefs. I 100% agree.
Like,
I guess this was what I was getting at. I don't think I like the Bills more than I like the Ravens this year, but
So the only thing we know about the Bills and Ravens though is that they're good in the regular season and they lose in the playoffs. That's the only thing we know.
I totally agree about putting the Chiefs above them for that reason. I think that's a good call. I wasn't really
fine with ordering these 2, however.
Yeah. I think for winning a Super Bowl, I'll go with you. I'll go Ravens.
Okay, I don't care either way. Bills are a team of destiny. I've heard it from a lot of people.
For a lot of years.
For many years. And one of these years, they could be correct. So maybe it's this year. They got Hard Knocks. DeMar Hamlin died a couple years ago. For some reason, that makes him a team of destiny for this year. Josh Allen just won MVP.
Yeah.
They got Khalil Shakir. That's something.
I guess let's just go with history for now, and let's just say that no team statistically has a worse chance of winning the Super Bowl than the Bills do. So
yeah,
we'll do Bills 4. My last question with this list, because I feel good about it then, is if we were I'm taking out of context that it's week 3. And I'm just saying that if this was 3 weeks ago, I would have the Lions higher. I'm okay not doing that now, but I'm checking in on that because that would be the only thing is a few weeks ago, I would have had them probably no higher than 3, but I would have maybe had them up a spot or 2. just because the NFC is more wide open. But
I agree. I think tonight will tell us a lot. Again, we're ranking this before the Lions and Ravens game because the Lions are on the road playing a good team.
Should we agree, gentlemen's agreement, that this flips if Lions win tonight and then Ravens 100%. Are 5 and Lions are 3? Yeah.
Honestly, if the Ravens don't win tonight, I'm not sure if Lamar Jackson can ever win a big game.
It's true. By the way, and I hear you out there. I can hear you right now. Chargers fans, I get it. It's literally nothing you could have done better by this point, but
yeah,
you're the Chargers. So
you guys just lost Najee Harris. That has to count for something.
It's got to. Bosa got hurt, and I know he's not your problem anymore, but I think it's got to resound with his former teammates.
It does. It does. I don't know. Has Harbaugh... Okay, never mind. I was going to say, has Harbaugh ever been to a Super Bowl? He has. Has Herbert? No.
Has Harbaugh ever won a Super Bowl? No. Not Big Jim.
Correct. No. Yeah.
He lost to John.
That's true. John Harbaugh is the better Harbaugh, even though Ravens fans definitely want him fired for some reason.
Yeah.
Chill out.
Oh, add that to the wheel for a future week. Is most hated coach by their own fan base.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, we'll definitely add that. If you have any other suggestions, it is a weird list. If you have any other suggestions for the wheel, for things for us to rank in the future, definitely comment them below, and they will be added to the wheel. Again, we are ranking the top 10 NFL teams on a particular thing. Last week, you can go watch the video on the Flurry Sports YouTube channel. We ranked the top 10 teams based on the teams we want to share a beer with. Spoiler alert, the Bills didn't make the top 10. Go and look and see who made the top 10. But our top 10 teams for most likely to win the Super Bowl: the Eagles, the Chiefs, the Ravens, the Bills, the Lions, the Chargers, the Packers, the Bucks, and the Rams. I feel good about this list. Don't you?
I feel really good about it. Sorry, I briefly looked away because I was like, what was the note that I had from last week? And then you hit me with the question. I feel really good about it. And I appreciate folks' feedback from last week. I've never felt better about anything you've said on the show than for getting a beer with the team. Dan Campbell was enough to put the Lions on the list, but Amon-Ra was enough to keep them from going any higher. So true.
Unfortunately.
I feel really good about this list. Because I think blind, you pick any of these teams and I tell you the number we would give you without comparing them, and it feels right. Like if I told you Packers are the 7th best team in the NFL, you'd be like, yeah. Chargers are the 6th. Right. You know, that feels like around there. The team I feel the weirdest on is like, am I right in thinking I actually feel weirdest about the Lions because that's not correct. That's either too high or too low. I guess that's true with all of them. But like if they win tonight, they should be higher. And
they will be.
Yeah, they will be. So we fixed that. But I guess they're the one where I'm like, I guess on paper, I'm like, should the Chargers and Packers be above them? Maybe. But if they win tonight, we'll be like, no, sir. They're top 3 team.
I think they can switch with the Chargers. I just don't think the Packers have the Super Bowl DNA yet. Like, I think the Lions just have the players. I don't think the Packers have the players. Or the
Zach,
coach.
I just got to tell you, the last time the Packers lost a game where a field goal was blocked, they won the Super Bowl that year.
Is that true?
Yeah, I think I'm screwing up the wording of it, but I saw like something terrible. Something terrible happened yesterday. And it was like last time this happened, they won a Super Bowl. I've been seeing a lot of those.
Okay, I think because I think they had a field goal blocked 2 years ago.
Yeah, I can't quite be right. I'm not going to be able to look it up. I thought about writing it down and then didn't. And isn't that the story of my life?
Hey, that's the Flurry Sports Podcast. We thought about doing it, did not do it, but let us know for next week. Any other wheel suggestions, we will do that. And we will be back for week 4 to overreact to week 4 and rank something else. You're welcome.
That's right.
Okay. Goodbye, everybody. That's how we're ending the show.
Take a bow, dog.
Yep. Visual bit and goodbye.